I could probably put some shit over the New York shit. Staten Island, the upstate, tri-state, universal. All day, NY, New York, yeah, from NY, long, town, yeah, where it's at, down.
A constant chatter that probably I didn't pay any attention to as a kid, but at every family member of every house in my family had a radio on the kitchen counter, and kind of just at all times there are these
singer-songwriter Feist. Is music affecting you anyway, or was it more just kind of like?
I just remember like being in a wet.
Carrying the world in my stomach, I'm a surrogate mother.
That's where the idea first came from. Just when we first started out trying to create some of the music for this album, before I wrote a single word down, I had already had this family concept running just based off of that experience with these guys. And so then when I did sit down and start writing songs, it just felt like, well, I already feel like I know where I want to go with this, so it was easy for me to just start grabbing on certain ideals that I get like with family, and it's not just like my nuclear family, but it was family, friends, even fans and the audience, all the people that I might refer to as fam, or as my people, or whatever. So that's kind of where it came from initially. Was I wanted to make a record for the people that I cared about, not so much for hey, here's a record and we're gonna try and obtain a new audience, and we're going to try and get out there and make this one sell better than the last one, and blah, 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 blah. I wanted to make a record that was kind of like, hey, this one is for my people.